Hello my loves. So I thought I'd jump on and just do a quick video. My little one is having his dancing lesson, and I thought, considering I've been sharing a lot about neurodiversity, star seeds in particular, what that looks like for you as mums and how we can help, I thought I'd jump on and just do a little video on me and what I do and how that can also help you. So my journey started probably about 8 years ago, where I went with my friend to an event in London, thinking that I was just going to have a nice girls trip out, get a bit of lunch, go to an event, like I say, up in London, and then we'll go home. Nice day out. No. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was an amazing day, but what it was the beginning of my self-awareness journey. It was the beginning of everything that I do now, everything that I coach now, the beginning of the type of person that I am now, and also the beginning of how that has helped and supported my children. So by me attending this event and then signing up to work with this particular coach, and I was with them for, I want to say, 3 years, I did a massive deep dive into my own trauma, my own limiting beliefs, my core wounds, into beliefs that I have taken on from my parents, my grandparents, teachers, caregivers, society, and slowly, systematically unpicking all of it, finding out what was true for me, whether that worked for me, whether that resonated for me, whether it was right, whether it was wrong, how I felt about it all, and ultimately understanding how my trauma, my wounding from my beliefs, my childhood, decisions that I'd made about myself, how that was then impacting my children. Prior to this, I'd already had my daughter, I'd already had my middle son, my middle child, my first son. He'd already been diagnosed with ADHD, anxiety, social attachment disorder, and my little one, who has an ADHD, ASD and anxiety diagnoses, was really little. So this more impacted the change and the growth in my older two, and then I have just carried it on, and it has supported my younger one now. So like I say, by me understanding and undoing and creating new beliefs from core values that I hold, from implementing boundaries and getting rid of things like people pleasing, always having to be in control, always having to know, always having to understand everything, from having that really uptight, tight rope around how things should look, how things are perceived, what would the outside world think, and getting rid of all of that and just taking on board what was right and what worked for me and what was right for my kids, and not giving two flying hoots about what other people thought anymore, or what society says, or what's deemed correct, what's deemed right. What I've done is take the cage of, this is how you need to be, this is how you need to show up, this behaviour is acceptable, this behaviour is unacceptable, because of fear of worrying about what other people say, do, think, feel. Like, I've thrown all of that out of the window, but I've taken that cage now off of my children so that they're now free. They're able to express who they are and know that they are safe to do that. And that includes, I mean, I've always been very open to this, I've never shut her down, but it includes the clairs, the claircognizant, the clairvoyant, the clairaudient. It includes all of those into part of who my children are and what they are. It includes listening to past life Again, never shut it down, always listened, always believed. But it includes listening and being open to that and holding space for that. It allows, and being open and holding space for when my kids have come out of school and had those monumental meltdowns, just allowing, not worrying about what other people think, knowing that I'm their safe space and they now feel safe just to release and to just let it out. It's healed me and it's healed them, because I have tried my hardest to not wound them. I mean, none of us are perfect. They're always going to make decisions on what we do, on what we say, on how we show up. They're always going to make decisions around that. They're here to learn as well as us. But I haven't projected my wounding onto them that can create these programs of not being able to speak, not being believed, not being heard, not being safe. So this is what I do. I coach you, the mums. I've said it again. It's got me in trouble before. It will get me in trouble again. I don't care. There's nothing wrong with your kids. They may well struggle to a higher degree. And I'm not talking about the kids that are severely neurodiverse. There is clearly something going on there. I'd invite you to go down the shamanic route. See how you feel about that. It will help. But I work with you as the mums, because when you are able to understand and release all that is not serving you, to get that torch to go in the shadows and shine a light on all of these things that are holding you back, you watch the difference in your kids. I've gone from a child that was completely on red all of the time, that was being bullied at school. I was having the can we have a word after school constantly, pretty much every day, to a grown man, almost, he's 17 this year, who is working full-time, riding his motorbike to work, you know, loving life. My daughter, home educated like my middle son, in the end, from year 9 onwards, did a pre-degree equal to 3 A levels in interior design, and is now looking to go off to Portugal. Got a full-time job, loving life. Little man at the minute in school. Yesterday, absolute meltdown when he came out of school, because he had a meltdown going into school and I needed to leave. Didn't shame, didn't shout. I see so many mums shouting at their kids as soon as they pick them up, and I'm just like, they just want a hug. I'm not judging, I just notice these things. And just hold him, held space, fine within 20 seconds. So it's working with you so that you are able to enjoy being a mum again. It's releasing those fears, it's releasing that overwhelm, it's releasing that frustration, it's releasing all of this stuff that is holding you back. It's releasing that perfectionism program, it's releasing those people-pleasing programs, it's shifting all of this stuff out that doesn't serve you, so that you get to have fun with your kids again, so that you get to enjoy being a mum again. So if this sounds like something you'd be interested in, drop me a message and we'll go from there. Take care.